Welcome to The Other Dimension with the team, Damon Penny, Ben Winfield, and Louisa Brown. We guide you through the supernatural, the occult, and the unexplained, answering questions that will make you question your grip of reality, with special guests guiding you through everything from demons to divination, cryptids to crystals, religion to skeptics. We explore in depth the true meaning of the unexplained. So strap in, kick back, and enjoy as we enter the other dimension.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome. It's that Friday night paranormal fix, and I apologise if that beginning bit was a bit rubbish, because on my end, when I click the play button on the video to play, it just goes a bit. So I've timed it just right, so it's all good. But welcome along. I'm your host, Damon Penny, along with my co-host, Mr. Ben Winfield, and Mrs. Louisa Brown, soon to be Louisa Winfield, which is going to confuse the crap out of me, but there you go. Shout out to the Stoke Hunters of Ghost on Trent live straight away.
That is never ever being forgotten.
Got to send a big shout out to Mr. Winfield, Mr. Ben Winfield, climbing all over all them cups, and he didn't put any in his pocket the other day. I'm really proud of him.
It was an interesting time. It's also giving a growing idea of what's going to happen at that place as well.
We're going to have a tea party. It sounds good to me. You know how we start off, guys. Some few announcements before we get going. Don't forget, if you want any of the Other Dimension merchandise in any of our sub shows that we've got, or any of our sub teams we've got, the merchandise shop is now live. Link is in the bio below. All you got to do is click it, go over there, purchase it, and there is an extra 10% off until Sunday. So if you want to grab them now. Also, if you want to talk to us anytime, we have a live Discord chat. Links below in the thingy. You can grab me, Ben, at any point of time. Or if you just want some embarrassing stories about treading on nails, that's a great place to go.
For those of you on Discord, clear as day, I'm alive. She didn't beat me or anything like that.
Yeah, I never had notifications pop up on Discord.
Luckily.
I was worried for you, mate. I'm not going to lie. I was worried for you.
It's on my phone now, to be fair.
I like the way Chris has written evening dementors. That's bloody nice, isn't it? Hooded figures that cause fear. Also to add, just got it confirmed, 24th of September, catch myself, Louisa and Ben will be down in Walsall doing a talk on demonic entities, and that will be, I'll be posting all the links up for that after the show on the page, because to be honest with you, and you know we're on the show, I've forgotten every single bit of information about it. So
I thought you meant Germany when you first said it.
Warsaw, yes, we got Warsaw. It's 9 for the guys.
That's it. Name is banned from the country.
Warsaw's in Poland.
Poland.
Sunday, Ben and Lou won't be doing their show because they will be in Pendle Hill on their
we are just in the shadow of Pendle Hill.
Nice.
We haven't climbed it. We're doing that tomorrow when I can actually move my foot properly.
Let's see. At the bottom.
I will climb it. I will do a live from the top to prove to people I climbed it on crutches.
On crutches. Now, guys, we haven't got anything planned for this week's show. We're just gonna see how it goes, see what you guys want to talk about in the chat. Got some things
on the floor.
I got sent a video the other day that's led me down a rabbit hole, which is quite cool. I got sent a video on symbolism and symbology.
You're entering my territory.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone deep into the rabbit hole. I've been researching victory signs and the original origin of the anarchy sign and stuff like that. Hi, Jeanette, how you doing? Shouts out to Julie Nicholas. How you doing? Oh, God, burps.
Drew. Hi, Jeanette.
I've been going deep into symbolism. Like, I don't know. Do you know when they do the V for victory? You know, when you hold up the V for victory. See, the most common belief is that that's got something to do with World War II because everyone held up the V on VE Day for victory, but it's not. It's actually got something to do with the English bowmen during the Great War with the French, because they were such great bowmen. The French threatened to cut off their fingers when they won the war. So when the French lost, the English put the V up that way, and that's where the swear word comes from.
Same way Churchill did it. Everyone always thinks Churchill did that. He didn't. He did that. There's videos of him doing that.
Churchill was a don, man. Churchill was a don. I tell you, that guy was amazing. I've been heavily into like World War II stuff at the minute, and I'm like deep down the rabbit hole World War II as well. Big shouts out to Annette. How you doing? So yeah, I've been doing loads in symbology. I mean, the swastika, I've gone all the way back now to Sumerian times.
Oh, Mum.
The what?
Your mum's on.
Oh, your mum. Oh, shouts out to mum. Hey, mum.
I'm still alive. I'm fine.
Me and mum are having the first dance at the wedding. You know that, yeah? Just after you guys.
Hey, you wanna get in between my stepdad and my mum? Go for it.
It's all right. I've been training.
Training how to crawl.
The other thing is, I look like there's a little rumor going around that Lou's picked the Macarena as the first dance. So I'm going to wipe the floor with you all.
Essex style.
Damn right. I'm going to be oranged up and I'm going to be going for it.
Or as our Evie came out with the yesterday, sounding like one of your lot from down there. Yours mental.
That was a really bad accent.
That was really bad, wasn't it?
Was that supposed to be a Damon accent?
I was about to say,
Everyone, do your accent.
that was like Bradford or somewhere like that, wasn't it?
Everyone can do it.
You're mental.
You're mental.
You're mental. Big shout out to Anthony. He said, hello, missed you guys. One on my Facebook break. Did you get banned, Anne? Is that what happened?
Yeah, we need to know if you got banned, mate. Own up to it.
Yeah, because if you get banned, mate, we're just gonna have to get rid of you from the stream. You know, we don't want to mess with people like that. You know, with the riffraff. I'm joking, mate. I'm only joking. No, I mean, I've had a couple of threats of Facebook bans, but I've decided just to keep strum on everything now, so it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, symbolism is your territory. It is your territory, and I found something cool out. Do you know the peace sign? Do you know the sign for peace?
Yeah.
Do you know where that originated from?
No, not really, because I'm not that much of a hipster, so I don't really follow that sign.
Well, it is a sign for peace. It was originated as a sign for peace, but it was actually for nuclear peace.
Yeah.
There was a patented advert back in like the 40s where they were, because they were running all them nuclear tests after the atom bomb and stuff like that, and the advert had the peace symbol in it, and it's generically got taken for a sign of peace. But it's actually a sign for nuclear peace, which is quite weird. I found that quite weird. And the heart.
I don't see it used much that much.
No. And the heart symbol. And there's another one that blew my mind. Joe, we always use a heart, and we like sort of say, "Oh, the heart's to do with love and Valentine's." It's not actually. It's an old Egyptian symbol for a herb that was used in medicinal purposes. I think it was Salfelicium, and the plant grows in a shape. Yeah,
here's a good one for you. To show how symbolism gets used as well nowadays in marketing. What is the colour that we relate to Christmas?
Oh, it's red, isn't it? Yeah, I know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd say green, yeah. Most people, if I said describe Santa, they would show you a fat man in a white, red suit. All that. Yeah. Now that is pure symbolism right there, because that image isn't how Santa is. That image is completely and utterly driven by Coca-Cola. They own that image.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, yeah.
We all now associate that image with Christmas, where that image was originally marketing ploy, and the Demon Dog got here.
It's been good.
Shouts out to Anne. Yeah, big shouts out to you, mate. I know mental issues they're horrible. So mate, big ups to yourself. Hopefully we can put a smile on your face and bring you back to life. So that'll be nice. Big shouts out to Matt Barron. What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? We're all good, man. We're all good. Another good one for symbolism.
Big shout out to Matt.
Go on,
Oh, sorry, buddy. Go on.
Go.
I'll just do a bit of an announcement. Me and Matt have been talking backstage, and the other dimension is going to be going into partnership with P3. So everyone else that's in partnership with us will be sort of crossing the lines over into a bigger and better future for the paranormal world. We've just got to finalise some details.
Yeah, Matt, we're gonna be sending them contracts over to our lawyer and our barrister because we earn so much money doing this. And they're going to go over with a fine-tooth comb.
Why did that me? Oh my gosh.
And because the demon dog's on, wicked. Oh, big shout out to Wild Bill. Big shout out to Bill. Yeah, what was I going to say? Symbolism as well. I found out, Joe, the All-Seeing Eye that we sort of link to the Illuminati and the Masons and all that sort of thing. It's not. It was actually originated as a religious symbol that was adopted to the Illuminati. The All-Seeing Eye was supposed to be the eye of 3 points of the pyramid was supposed to be the Holy Trinity, and the rays coming out of the pyramid was also to do with God's light, supposedly.
Okay, really?
Yeah. I don't waste my time, mate.
Let's just say, and I'll put this on here in case Craig watches back from help. Wrong.
Whisper in my ear first. I'll vet you. What are you saying?
Craig from
That's not whispering.
Stoke Museum has found
that's his name.
Has found a clear symbology on the new location.
Evelyn, stop running up and down the caravan.
Which I've opened his world into the information of that building. So that's one for you guys to look forward to.
Oh, mate, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, if anyone in the chat room, if there's anything you want us to sort of chat about, if there's anything that's sort of playing on your mind or anything that you've sort of seen that you want us to chat about, hit us up there, because tonight is literally unscripted. We're going in just about random stuff. We were supposed to have Annie on, but she's gone to a concert instead, so we're going to arrange that for another time with her. Yeah, I mean, it's just completely unscripted tonight. We're just going with it. I mean, I was only talking about symbolism because it's just something I've been researching all week. That and World War II is the only thing I've been watching on YouTube, really.
Yeah. Well, take example. No, we are at Pendle Hill at the minute.
Not really.
Yeah, you can't really see. We're in a caravan for once. We're glamping. Lou didn't want to.
Not glamping. It's posh caravanning.
Posh caravanning.
There's no camping involved. We've got proper bedrooms in a big static caravan.
Not a proper bedroom.
It is. It's got a bedroom. It's got a door on it. That means it's a proper bedroom.
Yeah.
Where I'm from,
we've got a TV that's got Disney Plus and everything on.
Well out of my comfort zone.
You've been dead happy. You've actually been relaxing.
And
you brought some books with you. You've not actually touched them really.
Yeah. Anyway, on to the symbology side, as I was saying.
Yeah.
When it comes to, like, as you were saying, the swastika, the swastika has been seen in every single religion in the world.
It has been, yeah.
It is one of the most universal symbols going and has outstretched human nature, well, human history, shall we say, right back beyond Sumeria. Beyond that, we've seen it on cave drawings and stuff like cave artwork. And it always symbolises peace.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah. Every religion going, it's always symbolised peace. It only took them... I won't finish the words off because Facebook will ban me for speaking the truth about the Nazi Party. For them to corrupt the
socialists, my friend, because that's what they were, weren't they?
Yeah, let's say unpolite people, so I don't get shot by Facebook.
My internet is unpolite.
Yeah.
I'm not concentrating. I'm sorry.
No.
I've had Evie running around. I've got the pup here. Carry on. I might join you.
I've got one. How about simple? prime example for those of you that watched Exploring with Josh. I also ran. It's because people have come on here from that, so it's easier just to explain them because they've seen me explain.
When I was on telly once,
no, that's
on telly.
That's to come up soon where I'm on TV. The symbol, as we've got like one here, and I can't stretch my arm over to Damon's spot. The symbol for paganism has been switched upside down, which you can see now. Has always been used in Hollywood as this evil thing and everything. And yeah, as Matt's just said, massive misconception. Yeah, it always has been. But one of the main things is, and this is where it gets really funny, if you take the star the right way up, so with the 5-point star.
People know what it looks like the right way up.
She's on fire.
if you turn it slightly 35 degrees, so it's just over that way to you guys, it's over 35 degrees. Sorry, I'm working with mirror work and it always confuses me. It then becomes the symbol of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it all even gets even more confused.
Yeah.
It really does get a bit confusing beyond belief that one symbol is again spread across different religions.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if big shouts out to Matt. He's saying no, it wasn't Matt. It was Ant who was saying about he's interested in the World War II stuff. I'm doing sections on the daily video log over on Patreon regarding World War II. I've just done a live and I've done like a crossover between crosses over. Yeah. There was a lot of talk on there about and a lot of talk about the Nazi Party and what they were doing and how it progressed. So if you like that sort of stuff, and head over to patreon.com/other dimension. There's loads on there. But when you talk about the pentagram, it's been around for years. We see it as a Wiccan symbol because it was adopted by the Wiccans because it shows the 5 points is like earth, fire, wind, and 2 other ones. Water. One.
Earth, wind, fire, air, spirit.
Yeah, that's it. In Ben's case, it will be the 5 main points of Hadron Collider states of matter that actually go into.
Hey, while we're on that sort of thing,
oh God,
Matt, I have to apologise for you. I went to send him one photo. I sent him the wrong photo, and then I've sent him all the photos of the 22 states of matter when it comes to the quantum mechanic field. So,
oh God,
yeah.
And then I've already started the conspiracy stuff. With the conspiracy stuff, I have to do it via Patreon because if I start doing it on Facebook or on YouTube, the way it comes across will probably end up getting a ban. So a lot of the stuff is on Patreon. So go over there and check that out. Matt's saying here's another one: the proper uses of practice of pentagrams. Since some don't know how to use them. By the way, being a vet myself, I love World War II and World War I history. I'm massively heavily into that stuff, big time.
Yeah, it's one of the main things when it comes to pentagrams. They are massively misunderstood. People don't realise that you have to invoke and banish them, and drawing them certain ways invokes them, drawing them back, then drawing them another way it banishes them. Drawing them a certain way will also activate certain elements. There's 8-9 different tiers of how to draw these symbols out for different things. Mm-hmm. For those of you that are interested in that, I will be covering that at some point, but it might be a while due to the fact of it being out of my own personal book.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it at that one for a bit.
Well, with the pentagram, it's really mistaken as a Wiccan seal when it's not. It's a symbolism. It's the same as the triquetra or the Celtic knot or I don't know what other one. Wicca. Blue's probably the best at that. She's baby Wiccan. She'll be able to tell you all of them. But yeah,
I will get killed by her, you know.
And you can't run away either.
I have to admit, down here we've been
here.
Well, up here, sorry, We've been in one witch shop the entirety of
The only witch shop in Pendle.
Yeah.
Lot of sage going off, aren't the honey?
They were selling loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of sage to everyone that walked in the
Well, that was only
frigging
about 3 people.
door.
But yeah, out of 3 people who walked in, they all bought sage.
I can't send the link while we're live, mate. So we will arrange to get you
No,
back on
no. She's broken that bit of my vocabulary.
I need to get a ban. I need to get back on track then. I've missed a lot. I need to catch up. Yeah, no, last week, our Occult and Science show, it gave me nightmares, I'm not going to lie. But on the upper hand, when I went to work on Monday, I had so much to talk about. It was great. The whole day we spent about how to kill people in really interesting ways. So it was a good show.
Do you know what? I've still got more to cover on that if anyone's interested. I've got the top 10 worst tortures to do as well. If anyone's interested.
The dreaded pet.
No, one of them's quite brutal. One of the torture ones.
Yeah, it can't be much more than the ones you pulled out of the bag, man. Especially that Dutch one. That's like living with no hope.
You'd be surprised. I've got a few more brutal ones, especially for like the witch trials, ironically, where we are. And the Spanish Inquisition gave me loads of different methods.
They were evil, though, them not. Them and the Greeks. It was a definite tie between them and the Greeks who was most evil.
There's the Chinese water torture that was always fun.
Oh, and the bamboo one that you done was pretty evil.
Yeah, no, the Chinese water torture, just for those that you're interested in, just a quick one on torture methods. This is where they strap you to a chair and have a water dropping onto your head.
That was taken from a Viking thing because Loki was put in a cave and had water dripping on his head as part of a punishment because he went against Thor and Odin at the
Yeah, China were using it way before the Vikings even came about. They were using it way into the BCs.
I'll just click on that.
Days of school day. What we got here? Annette saying, "Oh, sounds interesting. I've looked into efforts of Ben loves all that sort of stuff." And says,
I'm not in the broadcast.
Is an expert in all things murder, death, kill due to watching hundreds of hours documentary. Hence, I never pissed her off. Cool story, and I'll tell you something cool about this. I actually have a postgraduate in psychology and I'm specialising in serial killers. So that's a really, really cool. I'm into all that sort of
Just big shout out to Kate. Hi, I know you and your husband are currently moving as well. I said I'm going to give a big shout out this week. They are moving from Germany over to Chicago. Talk about a trek.
Mate, moving from like one county to another in this country is hard enough, but moving a whole like different continent.
Yeah, wow. Bless him. She's been in touch recently, wanting obviously to help us out on Patreon, but I won't go into too much detail on that sort of stuff. So I thought I told her I'd give her a massive shout out on the show. So hopefully that was enough for you, Kate.
Big shouts out to Natasha as well, Natasha McSeventy8. Big shouts out to her. The YouTube following is growing now, and I'm really, really happy where we are at the moment. It is. I feel so humbled. Like when people ask me at work and that how my show's going, because sometimes the guys at work lock in, and I just feel so humbled. It just goes so well. Like we've got such a following, and honestly, guys. True ODDs, you guys are, and it just makes me really proud because I honestly thought when I first started this that I'm going to sit here and chat a load of crap and no one's going to want to know. And it turns out that I do just sit here and chat a load of crap and everyone just sort of feels sorry for me. So I'm quite happy either way around.
Yeah, I have to say, big shout out to our fans that I've obviously a massive one to those that you were joining us. Brilliant. But to you guys that have been with us since day dot, honestly, we were saying to you it was all going to take off, and we never expected it to take off this much. But it has massively grown. But we do currently have someone sat backstage who's managed to find his way in.
Who's that?
So I would like to introduce you guys, if Damon can flick the banner to 3-tier for me.
Go for it.
introduce a very, very good friend of ours. When I can actually work out.
Oh, it's Bill.
What's
Very
all
good
this?
friend, Mr. Wild Bill.
Yes, man. Welcome. I couldn't send links because I'm on a cell phone. And not only that, I'm a bloke. We don't multitask.
Wild Bill, you there?
I'm here.
No?
Can y'all
Is
not
everyone
hear me?
frozen or is it just us?
No, he's all right. He's all right on my end.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Why is Damon going super slowly?
Yeah.
They're getting Damon. I think Ben and them's getting a bad connection over there where they're at.
Yeah.
This is too much for our internet over here.
Kendall Karen that's doing it because they're miles away from home. That's what's happening.
Yeah, they're out there having to deal with cell phone data.
Yeah.
See, they were doing great.
Yeah, we can hear you. I think our internet.
Yeah.
I think it's user error.
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to Ben,
I think our internet might be a bit slow down our end because Damon's moving slow.
Oh, we're doing fine. Hello.
That Matrix. Bill, look, you've already got fans that Ant's already saying Wild Bill is cool. See that? You popped on 2 seconds.
And see, I come on and Ben goes off.
Yeah.
No, I think we've caught up.
Yeah, slightly. Getting there.
How many fingers am I holding up?
No, he's gone.
He'll come back in. He's probably just trying to refresh.
Oh, Kate's saying she loves your accent, Bill, by the way.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Marvelous. Marvelous.
How you been?
I have no accent like anybody else does, no matter where I go. Where are you from? I mean, even where I'm from even says, where are you from? So I you know, what can you, well, he left.
Yeah, now it's just me and you, Ben.
Bill. I can handle that. I can deal with that.
How's things over there in America?
Still stupid as all get out, like everything, but that's just humans, you know. What can you say? Just can't fix stupid, you know.
I know it's a bit of a downer, but I've been watching on the news about that thing that happened in the school the other day, and it's really horrible. Really, really horrible.
Anyways.
Right. I just want to say.
Anyway, the world keeps turning.
Yeah, it does. It might be.
You know. Oh, look. Look who.
Are we back?
Look who's the guest today. It's Ben and the boss.
I think we're back. We can't quite hear Damon, though.
Now, Damon's gone.
Damon.
Yeah.
See
sorry, guys. Might be having technical difficulties here. Damon's back, but we can't hear him.
No audio. No audio.
I think we might have to.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
We'll come back in the comments.
Now you're back, Ben. Now you're back, Damon.
I am back.
Ben is back.
I think we're going to go and appear in the comments, and we'll catch you guys.
Yeah, no problem.
So, in other words, you're going to leave us, Ben.
Yeah, it's all right, Bill. I'm sure.
No problem. I can handle your spot, Ben. I've got it covered.
If anyone is managing to cover Ben's spot, it's definitely Bill, 100%.
I can cover your spot, Ben. Go do comments.
Let me kick him. Hold on.
Get the hell. Oh, I'm sorry. Get the Sam Hills off. There we go. Now we're back.
So, Bill, we were talking about symbolism, and I know that you know a hell of a lot about symbolism and how it all sort of.
Well, first off, yes, I am a Mason.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am a Knight Templar.
Yeah.
So yes, and you know, but like you were talking about, basically the pyramid and all that. Basically, that's the Christians brought that in when they also came with Christianity, because, like you said, the pyramid is the There's the three, you know, the Trinity.
Yeah.
Then you've got the all-seeing eye, and then you've got the glory of God, the power. That's the rays coming out. And but originally that was basically a Christian symbol.
Yeah.
And you know, I just wanted to touch base on that. And then also, like, real quick, the Maltese cross. I mean, not the Maltese cross, but the actually, I don't like using the word the swastika, but the broken cross.
Yeah.
That's used heavily by many, many, many people. I mean, it's used by the Vikings. It was used by the Native Americans. It's used by every, and like Ben said, it was basically a peace. I mean, it meant good, you know, and just it took somebody with a broom mustache to bring it to bad, which still, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, we'll get off that subject because, you know, we don't want to be kicked off. So, you know.
But it seems human nature that we take things that symbolize things like peace and love and tranquility, and we turn it into something evil anyway.
Well, yeah, it's just like, okay, remember, you know, the peace sign.
Yeah.
The basic peace sign, you know, not the two fingers, but like
the upside down sort of thing like that.
Okay, that was even could even be steered toward bad, because that's also the symbol of the broken cross.
Yes.
And it being upside down can be bad, but yet it stands for love and peace.
That's got something to do with one of Jesus' disciples getting crucified upside down because he believed
that was Paul. If I'm not mistaken, that was Paul who was hung upside down because he said he was not worthy to be hung like Christ was.
Yeah.
So he has to be hung upside down. And if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't Peter. It had to be Paul.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's Paul.
It had to be Paul. Because I knew it was either Peter. I get the two confused, you know. They both look alike, Peter and Paul.
They all look alike.
And, you know, hey, but, you know, but I sometimes, you know, I do have a tendency sometimes to have hey, kids, we are still here.
Yeah.
No, it was not St. Peter. I do not think
it might have been.
Ben saying it was Peter. It might have been Peter then.
It might have been, yeah. I mean,
it was either Paul. It was either Peter, Paul, or Mary. And I know it wasn't Mary, so it had to be. It might have been either Peter. You know, Peter, Paul, and Mary. That was a singing group. Remember, you're too young for them. But anyway,
I'm way too young for that one, Bill.
You're too young for that one. But okay, it might be Peter. But I get the two confused. I know it starts with a P.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, though, I have this problem. It's this dreaded disease. It's called CRS.
What's that?
Can't remember stuff.
I suffer from the same thing. At
least I got a laugh out of you, Ben. It was one of the P. Hey, I was close. It started with a P. Okay. Like I said, they both look alike. All right.
One of the things that Ant's been saying, he says, I've been looking into joining the Knights Templar here in the UK.
Well, I don't know how it is over in the UK, but it should be the same as it is over here. You got to start with the Masonic Lodge before you can become a Knight Templar, because the Knight Templars actually joined the Masons. That's where the Knights Templar became one of the orders of the Masonic Lodge.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, when we talk about symbolism as well, there are symbolisms that are associated with the Masons and with the Templars, because with the Templars you have the fleur de lis.
Yeah, you know, they got the cross, and we got the cross.
Yeah.
And then they also have some hidden ones too that we also use. And
you've got crossed keys in the Masonic as well, isn't you?
Do what now?
The crossed keys. They use the crossed keys the same as what the used for seals.
We have I mean, you know, I could tell you a lot of them, but afterwards I'd have to kill you.
That's all right.
But some of the major ones that you know of for the Masons would be the square and the compass, the level.
Yep.
And all those do signify things because, like, you know, the squares to keep true.
Yeah.
And, you know, the level is to be honest, you know, type thing. And then you've got all the different symbolisms there. But, you know, that's okay. Hold on, wait.
I mean, all in all.
Yeah, Ben, you're right. You're right. You got to start. Ben was down there telling him about how to get into the Templars. But there again, too, once you get into the Masons, there's two ways to go into the Masons. One way you actually go into the Knights Templar. The other way you actually go to what they call the Shriners.
Yeah.
One way you go is York Rite. The other way you go is Scottish Rite.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on which way you go is which degrees. I mean, you'll get it all no matter which way you go, but one of them takes longer to go because you actually do go through the different degrees, the different stages.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of symbolism that's used in both. But there again, like you said, well, like I said, you know, the Templars did join the Masons back when they were being persecuted by the people that originated them, basically.
Yeah.
The Christians.
Yeah.
You know,
nature. We take things that are good and we try to turn them into evil. Like you said, like the people that created the Templars and the Masons, which obviously created them for a certain reason, then decided they didn't like them anymore. We're going to turn them evil.
Well, actually, what it was, I use the word loosely when I say Christians. I'm sorry, I do apologize about that. It was the Vatican that did it.
Yeah.
The Pope made them evil. And the reason being is they were getting more power than he had.
Yeah.
He actually feared the Knights Templar.
Yeah.
You know, and okay, what's been saying? Masons are to go through the degrees. Templar is still right. Yes, but you can go one of two ways to go up, and some of them you just don't dwell on the degree as much as you do the other one. One side you learn it more, the other side you just basically are told about it and you move on. Is what it is.
Yeah. Kate's saying,
okay, I was about.
And Catholic battles throughout time. Well, see, there were battles between Protestants and Catholics, but don't forget, Protestants, that's more of an Irish sort of thing. Catholic battles throughout time have been within themselves and against science more than against Protestants. Protestants is more of a it's more of a newer phenomena. The older phenomena is
Protestants.
Catholic.
No matter how you look at it, Protestants is still the breakoff of the Catholic religion.
Yeah.
Because basically, Catholicism was your first Christian religion, basically.
Yeah, it was.
More, you know what I'm saying? And all these others basically broke off of Catholic. Just some stayed a little closer to them, like let's say, like the Lutherans, the Presbyterians. You know, the Presbyterians. Methodist is kind of in between. To me, when you speak of like what I would call a Protestant, is would be people more like your Baptist, Church of Christ, Assembly of God, you know, that type. That to me would be more of your Protestants. When you get back over to your Presbyterians, Lutherans, and that, I still say that's basically still toward the Catholic side. You know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Protestant was more created in Henry VIII's time when the Church of England was, because he wanted to divorce his wife, he couldn't do it through
Catholics won't do it. Catholics won't allow it. So you've got to make something that will allow you to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And this is what I mean by human nature, taking things that are we have this tendency as humans to take things that are not broken and try to fix them, you know, and sort of more to sort what we want.
Not capable of doing so. Let's put it like that too.
Yeah.
Instead, they make it worse, you know.
Yeah. But when you talk about like the battles between Protestant and Catholics, that is more of a new phenomena. If you go back in time through history, it's more the Catholicism and the Vatican battling against science.
Well, see, be honest, I really don't see that much of a battle, but over here between Protestants and Catholics.
No, but over here,
not over here, you don't.
Yeah.
But over there where y'all are at, Protestant and Catholic, that's like saying you're either. That's a bigger divide as like a nationality is.
Yeah.
Over there.
You had the Bloody Sunday thing that happened in Ireland with the IRA.
Right.
You had the whole thing with Sinn Féin. I mean, even now today, two teams in Scotland, in the UK, you have Glasgow Rangers and Celtic. They battle each other constantly because one side is Protestant, and one side is Catholic.
And see, over here, it's just another religion.
Yeah.
You know, I'm Baptist. I'm Catholic. Oh, well, you know, that's about how far it goes. You know, it's like, oh, well, okay. You know. Yeah, the Protestants over here, the only thing they're really jealous about with the Catholics is they can't go to Mass on Saturday, ask for forgiveness, then go party and live the rest of the week out. You know, and sleep late on Sunday mornings. You know, that's what the Protestants have against the Catholics over here. Matter of fact, my sister could never understand it because I was adopted, and I was adopted by a Protestant family, but yet, well, I was make it simple. I don't want it to sound like incest here, so I want to clear this up. My true mother could not take care of me because my father left and went back to the reservation.
Yeah.
She stayed here in Georgia. He did not like Georgia. So he went back. So she could not take care of me. So her brother, who was really my uncle, they couldn't have children.
Yeah.
So he took me and raised me. And all this time I was being raised as his son and his wife being my mother, not knowing any difference. I didn't even find out about this until I was 16 years old.
Wow.
I lived with I went to school. I got driver's license, everything under the last name that I use now.
Yeah.
And it was not even my last name. It was not even legal. I did not have the legal name until after I was 16 years old.
Kate's asking reservation as in Native American.
Yes, we don't want to get that confused with like a lunatic asylum, which is our other reservation. But yes, ma'am, it is as in Native American, yes. Then our second reservation is padded cells in the lunatic asylums. Because here in our family, crazy does not run in our family.
No.
It strolls casually through and speaks to everyone.
Yeah, but crazy breeds the best people. It really does, because it makes people think outside the box.
What does that now?
I said crazy breeds the best people. Because
okay. Yes. We have the most fun.
Yeah.
And usually too, what I notice is that, personally, I'm not crazy. Yes, the rest of the world is crazy. I'm the only sane one. But the nice thing about it is when a person learns you, they don't have the tendency to bother you as much.
Yeah.
Because they just don't understand what door they might open and which one they let out.
So, Bill, do you find like the fact that obviously you have Native American sort of inheritance, is that what drove you to spirituality? Is that what made you go towards that spiritual side? Because Native Americans are
basically it was my grandmother, and she is full-blooded Cherokee, and that's on my mother's side of the family. Because on my mother's side of the family, my grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee.
Yeah.
My grandfather was full-blooded German.
Wow.
He came over and was a German miner in the coal mines. He was a supervisor.
Wow.
Now, on my dad's side of the family, I'll just make this one easy. On my dad's side of the family, you know, he was full-blooded Cherokee. So, you know.
Oh, okay.
So hence my grandmother and grandfather on that side would probably be full-blood. But I mean, just come to reason. But but my grandmother on my mother's side, she's the one that got me into everything, because the Native American beliefs is heavy into nature, Mother Earth, spirituality, and you know, that kind of stuff. So we tend to lean more toward that way, because even today, with like in medicine, I tend to lean more toward the holistic medicines.
Yeah, same.
You know, and you know, why Bill, you're just awesome. But well, thank you, Chris. I do appreciate Ghost Hunters of Stoke. I do appreciate that, Chris. That means I fooled you. Good. Like they say. Like they always say, dazzling with brilliance, baffling with bullshit. Either way. Now on these shows, I try not to do the BS. When I do, you'll know it because it's as a joke.
Yeah.
You'll watch and you'll see Damon laugh, you know. So you know, but anyway, but yes, my grandmother got me into that, and then like it just always interested me.
Mm-hmm.
And then being brought up Catholic, I saw that kind of stuff going through Catholicism, which it interested me because that was it at the time.
Yeah.
And then I got into college, and I studied, well, believe it or not, I was going to be a general practitioner, doctor.
Cool.
I've got the bedside manner of a jackass, so yeah, I wouldn't have no patience. I'd walk in, well, Doc, how am I? You're going to die. You know, you're going to die? When? Maybe 60 years from now, but you're going to die. Because, you know, that is the one thing about the human race that you can guarantee, you know, is that sooner or later, all humans will die.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
You know, that's just straight fact, you know, no matter how you want to look at it, you die. But I was going to do that, but then as a backup, I was studying. Because I'd done it before too. Because at one time I was going to become a priest, believe it or not.
All right.
No, I mean a Catholic priest. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that. A Catholic priest. So during all that, and then I studied theology in college, and that's what broke me out into finally finishing up and just doing my due diligence and just go ahead and become an ordained priest.
Yeah.
So I did. So I took all my hours I had, plus I got credit from being in Catholic school, you know, Catholicism, because in there you also do theology. And with all that and a little extra work, I was able to become a priest. And that's when they, you know, it's like, well, what kind of priest are you going to be? You can be, and they gave me a choice, really, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
But I picked spiritualist.
Yeah.
Because that way I could kind of do the best of all, you know. And that's like I tell people, you know, like when you do put them all together and you look at them all in a whole and read between the lines, they all say the same thing. So
exactly.
But yeah, that's the reason why I went ahead and I did all that. But that was thanks to my grandmother. It really was. She's the one that brought me into the paranormal, about spirits and stuff, and explained that stuff to me. So, you know, like people say, well, you know, how long have you been doing this? Well, you know, if I count my grandmother, I've been doing this for over 40 years, you know.
Yeah.
But if I want to talk practical of actually doing it, going out and investigating and stuff, I could maybe go, I'd say 25 plus, closer to 30 maybe. Just really due diligent of doing it.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah. So she got me started on all that. She did.
Yeah, because I know the Native American side of things is very spiritual. It's all about love of nature and love of the land. it's almost the equivalent of what we have in England when we have the Wiccans and pagans who believe in nature.
It would be. I would class myself probably, if you take out the Christian part of it, the ministries of Christianity, I would say more back toward the pagan.
Yeah.
Even over. See, I don't, and see there again, I don't like saying Wiccan.
No.
Because actually, the true Wiccan belief came around in like 1930s.
Yeah.
Is when the true Wiccan came around. So why not let's just call it what it is? Why not let's say the pagans, the witches?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because Wiccan, depending on who you talk to, what is a Wiccan? Some people modern day, they say they're Wiccans because they want to be a witch.
Yeah.
Wiccans are not witches.
No, they're not.
To me, a Wiccan is more of a naturalist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, and they just.
Kate's from Japan. She's saying, or Shinto in Japan. I'm not up with all the Japanese and the Chinese stuff, if I'm honest with you guys. I've looked into it a little bit, but it's something that I will get into. I love drawing stuff about samurai and stuff like that. I love all that sort of stuff. It's always interested me. But I've never been into.
Now the parts I get into is would be like Buddhism and stuff like that, into the religious part, you know. That's more about the only things I really am really familiar with.
Yeah.
Is the different forms of that. But Wiccan, I pretty much keep Wiccan out of my vocabulary altogether, to be honest.
It's more of a label nowadays. If you're Wiccan, it's more of a label because you have this thing. I don't know if you have it over there in America, but at the moment there's a lot of labeling going around, especially in like the pagan sort of thing. You'd have baby Wiccans or forest Wiccans, or you'd have garden Wiccans or baby witches, and I think people are just looking for labels for something that's.
It's just like. Well, see, I grew up. Well, it's a label, but I didn't grow up with that label. I just happened to fit into that label.
Yeah.
And that's old school goth.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, people always ask me, why do you always wear black? Well, you know, hey, it's an easy color to match. You know, my whole closet and everything's black pretty much, you know. It's like, well, I don't have to worry about what I grab to put on.
Yeah.
Everything matches. I mean, even my religious clothes are black, you know, so but now you got with the label part, you got stuff like emos.
Yeah.
What the hell's an emo? You got just different, you know, well, it's a goth. To me, goth is goth.
Yeah, you got like new age grunge, and heavy metal, and
I mean, do what now?
New age grunge is another one.
Yeah, I mean, and see, we weren't into all this death metal, grunge, and all that other kind of stuff. Goth was just really when I was growing up. Like I said, it wasn't I was goth. It just so happened I fit into that.
Yeah.
And then the label came on later on. People, you know, just I'm not going to say we were depressed or I mean, it's just weird. You know, people want to label too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason why when people ask me, they say, well, what are you? I'm me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm me. Well, are you goth? People say I am.
Yeah.
Well, do you say you are? No, I say I'm me. You know, that's just me. That's just me, you know. So I hate labels. I do. I really hate labels.
Yeah.
The biggest label I hate is human.
I agree with that. I find it quite strange because, especially with human nature, we always go in a circle, full circle. You know, you always sort of revert back to ancestry and stuff like that. And I find that quite cool. I mean, goth, grunge, like, you know, Wicca, no one's happy just being themselves anymore. Everyone has to have a label, you know.
Well, see, with me, I don't want to be like anybody else. I just want to be me. And so far, I'm kind of achieving that.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Because I've been told by a lot of people growing up, man, you ain't like other people. I was like, good.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I don't want to be like other people. I'm not into this cookie cutter type stuff. I don't want to be like others. I want to be myself.
Yeah, 100%.
And there again, like I tell people, and if you like me, that's fine. And if you don't, that's fine. I'm here to please myself and my immediate family.
Yeah, 100%.
As long as I do that, I'm good. So don't label me, please don't.
The way people got to look.
Now, I will take the label crazy, because that one does help.
Yeah, I mean, the way you got to look at it, Bill, is the fact of every human was made unique. We have unique fingerprints. We have unique parts about our personality. At the end of the day, why would you label something that's unique?
Like I tell people too on that, is like trying to label. That's like, what if everybody was exactly like me? Yeah. It would be horrible, because the world would be full of assholes. And that's not good. You've got to have some change in the world. And so happens my youngest son, the one I go play golf with, he's a carbon copy of me. I feel so bad for him. Luckily, my other son, the older one, they call him alternate Christ.
All right.
Well, I'm sorry, alternate Jesus. Alternate Jesus is who they call him. He is the most compassionate. He's never shaved, so he's got that Jesus beard, that scraggly, that thin beard, hair down past the middle of his back. He just always, the only time he doesn't wear sandals is when he's working. In the wintertime. But he is, and I'll even admit to, I'll say, yeah, they call him the alternate Jesus. I'll call him Jesus sometimes, but then I'll usually follow up that it's like, if he is Jesus, who am I?
Exactly. 100%.
I am God.
Just Kate said, I find that when you hit 30, you really don't care what people think anymore. You find yourself, and diversity is beauty. It's 100%. I agree with you. And I know as much as this is like a paranormal show, an occult show, a demon show, we do get down to these subjects sometimes, because I find as well, like what Bill was saying, people try and label you, people call you weird, but I don't see it as me being weird. I see it as everyone else is being weird because they're not into what I'm into. You know what I mean?
I don't even see that. I just consider them that they're their own people also.
Yeah.
And now I was going to say something. Oh, she said 30. I'll be honest, I didn't care about what people thought about me since I met people, period. I never did care what people thought. Through school, I didn't care what people thought of me. And, just matter of fact, even through school, I was considered one of the weirdos, the strange.
Yeah.
The loners. Because I'll be honest, I can have as much fun by myself as I can with somebody. So, Yeah. It's not bad to sit here and play with myself sometimes, What can I say?
Yeah. No, at the end of the day, the way you've got to look at it is that people have their own interests. Like you said, if everyone was the same, the world would be a boring place. So everyone's got their own interests. I like looking at history, and I look at like hidden history. I like occultology, demonology. I like conspiracy, because they all sort of come under the same sort of blanket, and that's what I enjoy doing. And if people see me as weird, then that's their
prerogative,
Yeah.
Now, like me, see, you looking at all that stuff. See, I've already been there, so I look more at stuff like serial killers, most evil women, stuff like that. I look at that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, the paranormal stuff, as far as TV is concerned, I don't even watch it.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Yeah. It's like Matt Barron on from P3 last week on Saturday.
Yeah, I was here.
Yeah, he was saying it. He was saying, like, people want to go on telly and do paranormal investigations, as long as they write for entertainment purposes only at the beginning of the show, then at least you know they're not taking it that seriously, which is great. I mean, that's a great way to look at things. I've never thought of looking at it in that way. You know,
yeah, that's the only way I do is I just look at it as entertainment, basically.
Yeah,
that's all it is. I mean, now I'll be honest. When Ghost Hunters first came out, let's see, Taps. When Taps first came out, they were really good.
They were awesome when they first came out.
Then they started for ratings, and then they busted up. I've watched a couple of their episodes of their each own, you know, because now they're back on again. Yeah. But they each one have their own different show now. Still, though, with all the rest of the TV shows and everything the way they are, I can't take them. I still take them with a grain of salt. Yeah. But those two were probably about the most trusting and believable ones there was, up until just everything just went stupid. Now, like I say, when you watch TV and you watch those paranormal shows, just watch it with a grain of salt, you know, and you know, just take it because they're going for ratings. Yeah. Because if they have no ratings, they have no show. They have no show, they have no money. So guess what? We're going to fix some stuff, you know? Yeah. And
big shout out saying I was absolutely devastated when I found out The Most Haunted was a total fraud. I grew up watching shows. Me too. It's I mean, apart from the experiences I had when I was younger, those were the sort of shows that got me interested into all this. I mean, I've always had paranormal experiences growing up, but it was them shows that showed me that I can go out and investigate these things, the ways in which to do it.
And can I give you one plus, though, for all these shows? I can give you a plus.
Yeah, I can, yeah.
For all these shows. It finally got the word of, and I'm going to say ghost hunting because paranormal is actually a much larger field than just spirits and ghosts.
Yeah, yeah.
So for me to say the paranormal field, I'm leaving so much out when I talk about ghosts. So, but if nothing else, these shows did get people aware of it, interested in it, and made it more mainstream and not as strange as what it used to be. Because like when I was growing up, if you mentioned anything about ghosts and stuff, they were ready to pack you up and send you into the padded cell. So, you know, you really didn't talk about it. Because like I tell people, they say, well, how long have you been doing investigations and stuff? And I just tell them, I say, well, it's like this. I was doing it when it wasn't cool. Now it's cool to be a ghost investigator, you know? But when I was doing it, it wasn't a cool thing to do. People thought, there again, like I said, I was classified as being weird and strange. Just because I'd rather be out just during high school, I'd rather be out in the woods with some friends, close friends around a bonfire, having a good time, opposed to being in town and doing whatever. You know, I was considered strange, and my friends, you know, but hey, we enjoyed ourselves, you know. And we don't have criminal records like some of those others did, like drinking underage and stuff like that, and drag racing and stuff. We didn't have all that. We had good times. So you know, but
it's definitely, at the end of the day, like as much as we sit here and we criticize the paranormal industry in the sense of video and film and that, it has swayed the percentage of people
believing in it. Or maybe not believing in it, but accepting it. As a possibility.
Perception towards it. That's what it's done. Which you know.
Okay, here you go.
As much as we slate them, we can take positives from what they did.
Okay, here's the best way to put it. It opened their mind.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's the best way to put it right there. It opened their mind to start thinking about it, of whether or not do they believe it or not, and doing their own little investigations and stuff like that. But like I do tell people, though, it's like if you do want to see video of ghost investigations and stuff, jump on Facebook, YouTube, and watch actual live private investigators going out and doing it, because if they're doing it live, I mean, you could still fake stuff, but it's not as easy.
No, trust me, I ain't.
You know, it's not as easy. So
I've got my own team here in the UK that we go out. We're sponsored by the Other Dimension, and we go out doing it, and it ain't easy. No, it really ain't. Even to fake stuff, we wouldn't do it personally as a team. I know teams that do it, and I know teams that do not so much fake it, but they take a phenomena and they play it up. That it's something that is bigger than it is. You know, there'll be 3 bangs, and I go, "Oh, it's demonic. Oh, Satan's here. Oh, get the crosses out." And you think, "Oh, come on, man."
All right, let's stay off the demons. Ben's not here, so Ben's not here, so let's stay off the demons, because we know how I feel about demons. Okay. They are known and they are out there, but have I ever seen one? Oh well, other than myself, you know. Hey, but go ahead. Yeah, I've been trying to catch up on some of these too, because there are some good. Well, like Kate up above, the one that you're on right now, up above.
Yeah,
because I was absolutely devastated when I found out that Most Haunted was a total fraud. But okay, that one, it opened the door for the paranormal and history and religion for me. Yeah, because religions, just about all religions believe in spirits.
Yeah.
So how can you be taught that ghosts don't exist?
Yeah, this is where
they teach that ghosts don't exist, and it's like, you talk about it, but you say it ain't real.
This is where I get angry, because I've had times where I've put requests in to investigate certain places that are owned by churches or parishes, and they say, "Oh, we don't believe in ghosts. Ghosts don't exist." But yet, every time you pray to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
And if you read their books, it's all in there.
Yeah.
It's just like the Bible. Okay, Christian. I mean, most will tell you Christians will tell you aliens don't exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you believe in that book that you're reading? Yes. Well, then you got to believe in aliens. Why? Because it tells you they're there.
Exactly.
I mean, if you really want to just read one book, read Ezekiel.
Yeah.
That's going to tell you all about it. But I mean, there's so many other books, passages that tell you of that.
100%.
That there's aliens out there. I mean, even in the first book of Genesis, it tells you. I mean, we'll see now. This what really pisses them off when I point this out. In the old King James Version, before it's been revised, not the revised King James Version, but the original King James Version, Genesis states, man was created in their likeness.
Yes. Yeah.
Last time I checked, there meant more than one.
Yeah, exactly.
There meant 2 or more. So how can you say there's only one God? And you know what they usually come back? Oh, well, that means the God, God and the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
There again, we don't believe in ghosts.
Exactly.
What is this?
There's a theology dad. He wrote a book in regards to the first King James, the unrevised version, where it says that they created them in their image, and he put that down and links it into the Anunnaki theory, that they come down and they re-emphasized our DNA and changed it to who we are today, and he links it up with that.
I'm still a big firm believer that we're some alien kid's ant farm collection. Science experiment that went wrong, and he just put us up on the shelf and let us have at it.
Yeah. I call it the Men in Black locker theory. Because when Men in Black, when at the end of the thing where he opens it up and there's another world inside that locker. Yeah. That's what I believe.
Yeah. And see, the thing is too, I believe in that. But the thing is though, a lot of people will call that a dimension. Well, that's a different dimension. No, it's not. It's a different plane. There's a difference between dimension and plane.
Yeah.
A plane is on this dimension, but just a different level.
Yeah.
A different plane.
Yeah.
A dimension, another dimension, is the same plane, but in a different, well, let's just say reality. You know, make it easy today.
Yeah.
You know, but hold on, let's catch up. Okay. But you know.
Kate's saying, do you remember the most haunted lives, Damon? We must be the same age. I'm 31. I'm 34, so yeah, we're near enough the same age. And I remember them because I used to try and get tickets to go and watch them live because I was obsessed with it.
I wished I was 31.
What's this one? Goes, bet you got some fishing line in your investigation bag, Damon. Yeah, you're so funny. Shouts out to the Ghost on Trent crew. Cheers,
I do. I use what is called clear monofilament.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the one because see, I found out that some of that clear fishing line, if you turn on the black light, I use a lot of UV light, and it'll make it glow.
Yeah, because
so I had to find a particular fishing line that would not glow, so that when I'm doing my IR or UV type stuff, that when that chair turns, you don't see me pulling the fishing line. I tried black one time.
Yeah.
But some numbnuts turned on a white light and you saw the black string. That killed it. That killed it. So I finally found the right fishing string. Guess what, ghost hunters of Stoke? I hope I come over there and visit you.
Question from Kate. She says, lots of ghost hunters go abroad and speak English while investigating in, say, Italy, and get stuff on EVP recorder in English. What's your stance on this?
Well, what it is they've got a babble fish in their ear, and they can hear this stuff. And a lot of people ain't going to know what the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is, so they're probably not going to know what a babble fish is. That's a question that's always been asked a lot, where if you go into like Italy, Germany, anywhere, and you go in and speak English, and then you get answers coming back, and it's like, how do they know what you're saying? How does it translate back? I'll be honest, that's one where I would have to jump on and debunk and say it ain't right.
No.
Because if I'm doing an EVP session and I'm in Germany, now if it comes back in English and it happens to be an RAF pilot that got shot down behind lines, and so he's going to speak English.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm going to expect it to come back in German.
Yeah. I put it down to like this sort of phenomenon. Like, I'm not being funny. Okay, English wasn't widely spoken as much as it is nowadays back then, but you can go on holiday to a foreign country and you can find someone that can speak a little bit of English. So I understand some of it coming back out, but if it's not coming back in the native tongue, then 9 times out of 10 you can call BS on it, 100%.
And also too, like you said, I mean, I could understand that too, because most of the time on EVPs, stuff's coming back is going to be like names and stuff. That can be said in English no matter what language you are.
Yeah.
Even people from India and stuff like that, they could, even at that, it's going to come back in English sounding, German, Hans.
Yeah.
Okay, his name's Hans,
Yeah.
Hispanic, I don't know. Would it come back as Jesus or Jesus? I don't know. I haven't never found that.
Yeah, exactly.
But that I could see, because thinking about it. But if it was like
a full conversation would come back in
a full conversation, like you described the deal with the automatic writing.
Yeah,
that would, to me, would have to come back in German.
Yeah,
because you're going through a conversation. Spot words, okay, fine. There again, too, you also got to remember too, if they're doing like a ghost box or something like that, you've got to figure out that on this, that the library is pretty much comprised of English.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's going to come out in English.
Yeah, but then that begs the question: is the spirit that's communicating through, whether it's an ovilus or a ghost box, are they able to pick the right words, or are they just guessing?
See, that's the reason why I like going old school.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Give me my Ouija board. Give me my EVP. Give me my dowsing rods.
Oh yeah, pendulum.
I'll even use a pendulum under certain conditions. If it's inside, I'll use a pendulum.
Yeah, man.
And then again, I don't hold the pendulum. I use a pendulum stand.
Yeah.
That way, nobody can say I'm moving it.
Yeah, exactly. It takes out the human side.
And
of
like
things.
when I do a Ouija board,
yeah,
I touch the planchette with my fingernails, not my tips of my fingers, but with my fingernails.
Yeah,
because that way you cannot push the planchette with your fingernails. If somebody pushes the planchette with their fingernails, then they're really bearing down on that planchette.
Yeah.
You'll see it. And that's also too the reason why also too, when I do use a Ouija board, I use a smooth planchette. I don't use one of these laser engraved ones or stuff because a fingernail can click down in there and move it. So so to debunk it so that I can truthfully say it was not moved by something, I use a smooth planchette.
Yeah. 100%.
That way you can't, there's no way of hooking it. But okay, let's see.
Spirit was speaking a native language. Yeah, I mean, 100%. But right, we've got overtime, so we're gonna end the show here. Don't forget, guys, if you want any merchandise or you want to join the Discord, the links are underneath the video. Don't forget to head over to Troops Collective and Supernatural UK, which are the two teams sponsored by us. They'll be going live soon. Don't forget, Ben and Lou are not on this Sunday. I've got to say a massive thank you to Bill for coming on the show, lastminute.com. Thank you, Bill.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I just wanted to rattle the chain a little bit and, have some fun.
Yeah. But guys, if you want some exclusive content and some of my conspiracy stuff, or I've done a really cool experiment with the Patreon the other day where I sent over a video which went from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz of frequency, and I got the guys on the Patreon to put earphones in and listen and tell me their reactions to it. It's a really cool experiment. It went really, really well. If you want these sort of things, head over to patreon.com, which is underneath us here. It's that /other dimension. Sign up with us there. We've got loads of exclusive content going up on there.
And if you want to hear something really crazy, you can do like I did. You can become a patron and never go to the patron site.
Bill, it's appreciated, man. It really is. It's really appreciated. But guys, we've got to run. So until next week, it's bye from me and bye from Bill.
Peace and light.
And just remember, guys, if there's no other explanation, there is